Our form drawing today is going to be a variation on the same one we did last week. What is really important about it this time, though, is that everything be as even as you possibly can make it, and try to make all of your arcs the same size. So I'll show you how this is going to look. Let's give it a border, decide on my color scheme here. I think I'm going to go with a green border. Whoops, I guess I don't need it that big. But I already started it, so I will. You could maybe do a baby bear border, but my border's a little bit big. Okay. So we're gonna start again with our lemon yellow, and I'm gonna put a line right under my border so I get a nice size for my border. Now I'm gonna have to try and get my lines the same distance apart, because this time I'm gonna make all of my forms the same size. And we'll make them more of a medium size. So last time we did big ones and small ones. So we had big and then small, and we kind of alternated. This time let's do kind of a medium size one, and they'll all be the same. And you'll see how that looks. All right, so I'm gonna draw my line in kind of a medium size. And you'll have to just try to get that nice and straight and nice and even. Now what you could do is you could even use another crayon or something, or a pencil. Pencil might work better. And you could line it up here and kind of put your finger there where this line, the second line is. And that'll help you measure, bring it down here, and then you make your next line here. Try to get that line nice and straight across. That's why we use this lemon yellow, so that if we don't end up super straight or it's a little bit off, we could try again and it won't show up that much. I'm just gonna get my measurement again because I kind of lost it. And I ended up with just a little bit of space down at the bottom, but I'm not gonna fill that in. I think it'll look better if I don't. All right, so now I'm going to start with my overs. Actually, I'm gonna just give it a go here once and see how many I think I'm gonna get. 1, 2, maybe I'll try to make 2, 3, 4. I think I can get 4 out of it. So if I think about, I don't want you to mark it at the different spots, because I'd like you to try to eyeball it. But if that's really, really hard for the first one, you could mark it. You could say about halfway would be where you'd be 1, 2. And so this would be about where your second one is. So if you really need to do that, you can for the first one, but after the first one, we should be able to use the line above to measure. So we'll go ahead and do our arcs. And now I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to start in the same spot and go up, and then swing down and around. Do my arcs the other way. Okay, now this is where it's a little different. What I want to happen is I want this to look like, maybe you've seen tiles where you have like little designs that the tiles create because they have the same shape in the same pattern. So I want to do that. And so I think that what I need to do is have these like this, they have to mirror each other in a way. So I think what I'm going to do is start here again. And make my swoop down. I'm going to do my downward swoops first because I think that will be the easiest way to get everything lined up. You see how I'm making really sure that my lines come right to those same spots. This is what's going to make our pattern really successful. Okay, and now I can come down and start going over. You see how we're getting like these little flower patterns? So the first one we did our over first, the next one we did under first. So now I'm going to do over first again and make sure that my bumps are going to line up with the line above. And then I'll do my unders. Whew, this is pretty tricky. It might take a little bit of practice. If you have a really hard time and you make one that looks totally different and wrong and you get frustrated, it's okay to start over again. You can practice on a different sheet of paper first too, if that makes you feel a little bit more confident. It's important to, with this form drawing, you can practice always. It's good to practice. And if you don't get it right the first day, maybe you want to try again tomorrow. Oops. All right, so here I started over, under, over. Here I'm going to start under. And over. And under. There. Now if I really want to make this look like it's tiles or something, I'm going to go ahead and color it in. Now again, you don't have to color in your form drawings. I like to color mine in, but if you would rather just keep it with the lines and you feel like that looks best for you, that's okay too. I'm going to go ahead and color mine and I'll show you when I'm finished. There's my finished form drawing.